When I bought the cabin on the lake, all I wanted was silence. After 22 years of being deployed to every hellhole this side of the equator, silence was worth more than gold. I didn't want crowds. I didn't want HOA meetings about mailbox heights. I didn't want neighbors asking about what I used to do. I just wanted to drink my coffee without incoming fire, literal or metaphorical. The cabin used to belong to my uncle, Vietnam vet, full-time fisherman, part-time conspiracy theorist. He passed a few years ago, left the place to me in his will, and I finally decided to cash in my chips, grab a six-pack, and disappear. And for 3 days, that plan actually worked. The place was rough but solid. The dock creaked, the shutters squealed, and there was a weird smell in the pantry I decided not to investigate. But it was peaceful, the kind that makes your shoulders drop 6 inches and your jaw unclench without realizing. Then I noticed the footprints. Not raccoon, not deer, definitely not mine. I'm Caleb Ward, 46, ex-Special Forces, built like I still run drills, 6'2", weathered skin from too many deserts. My cabin's my fortress now. Just me, coffee, and a lake that doesn't ask questions. At first, I thought the prints were tourists, teens maybe, sneaking a lakeside party. Ashes in the fire pit, crushed beer cans behind the shed, a folding chair on my dock, sunbathing style. Annoying. But I cleaned it up, put up signs. Private property. No trespassing. Violators prosecuted. Figured that'd scare off the kids. Then came the clipboard. I was fixing a dock board, hammer in hand, when I heard it. Not a car, but worse. Sandals on gravel, that screechy scratch of someone who walks like they own the earth. I looked up, and there she was. Helen Vance, blonde bob, giant sunglasses, clutching a clipboard with color-coded tabs like it held the secrets of the universe. She's chair of Lakeview Serenity HOA, a title she wears like a crown. "Hi," she called, fake cheer dripping. "I'm Helen, with the HOA." I stood, brushing dirt off my jeans, giving her my flattest stare. "Don't think we've met. Caleb Ward, just moved in." Her eyes narrowed, scanning my cabin like it was a junkyard. "You moved into that?" she asked, like I'd squatted in a ditch. "Inherited it," I said, calm but cold. "Private land. Staying." "Huh." She clicked her tongue, scribbling on that clipboard. I bit back, asking if she'd invoiced the lake yet. "This area's adjacent to our HOA," she said, adjusting her sunglasses with a flick. "We have rules, cleanups, gatherings. The shoreline's community space." I pointed at the dock, now spotless. "Community left beer cans and half a hot dog under my deck. That deal's done." Her lips thinned to a line. "Well, we'll see about that," she huffed, spinning toward her beige SUV like a general denied tribute. I muttered to the air, "That's not the last of Clipboard Queen." It wasn't. Helen didn't quit. She escalated. Days later, she was back, clipboard tucked like a scepter, suggesting I open my gate for lake access. Then it was host weddings or rent my dock for HOA events. I started a log, Helen's surveillance, tracking her guilt trips, picnics, baptisms, community morale. Son. Each time, I said the same. My land, my dock, build your own pier. Polite, then firm. She treated my no like a typo. I upped my game. More signs. Naming her. "No trespassing, Helen." A metal gate locked the drive. She brought backup. 2 HOA cronies, visors and fanny packs. Chihuahuas yapping like tiny lieutenants. "We'd appreciate cooperation," Helen said, her smile a veiled threat. "This is a community." I sipped my coffee slow. "If I grilled in your yard, tossed cans, then whined when you locked me out, what's that called?" She blinked. "Trespassing," I answered myself. "Sheriff degree." They left, muttering. But Helen's eyes said she wasn't done. My peace was a battlefield now. Then I met Tara, a neighbor dodging Helen's fines. She slipped me a note at the gas station. Helen's fining my shed, $2,000. She's after your dock for her brother's marina deal. Tara's wiry 30s, all nerves, like she'd fought Helen before. My signs weren't enough. Helen was playing bigger, and I needed a plan. Helen Vance's clipboard crusade didn't stop with her HOA posse's retreat from my gate. She doubled down like I'd spat in her coffee. Caleb Ward's cabin was supposed to be my silent retreat, but her community demands, picnics, weddings, my dock as her playground, kept coming. I'd slapped up signs, locked the gate, named a raccoon Helen to cope. But Tara's note about Helen's brother's marina deal flipped my peace upside down. My lakefront wasn't just her fantasy pier. It was her cash cow, and I was the obstacle. Tara met me at dawn by the dock, her pickup spitting gravel. "Caleb," she hissed, clutching a crumpled HOA notice. "Helen's fining my shed. $2,000 I don't got. Says it's unpermitted. She's pushing your land for her brother's marina. Heard her on the phone." I kicked a stone into the lake, my coffee cold. She's not just nosy, she's greedy. "Worse," Tara said, pulling a flyer from her glove box. "Lakeview Marina, coming soon." My cabin's shore was circled in red. "She's chair, Caleb. Board eats from her hand." I'd faced worse than Helen in sandstorms, but this was personal. "We need proof," I said, eyeing my signs. "No trespassing, Helen. Useless now." Tara nodded, eyes darting. "I know someone. Mitch, gas station clerk. He's got HOA dirt." Mitch was at the station, a lanky guy wiping oil off his hands. I leaned on the counter, Tara beside me. "Heard Helen's planning a marina," I said, low. "My land's the prize." Mitch glanced at Helen's SUV across the lot. She was chatting up a suit, clipboard waving. "Yeah," he muttered. "Her brother's firm, Blue Wave. She's finding folks to scare 'em into selling cheap. My ma's got a $1,500 deck violation." I swapped a look with Tara. "Got records?" He slid a USB from his pocket, nervous. "Emails. Stole 'em from her laptop at a board meet. Don't tell her it's me." Back at the cabin, Tara plugged the USB in, her laptop glowing. Emails spilled out. "Helen to Blue Wave. Ward's dock perfect for phase 1. Push fines, he'll crack." Another to the board. "Caldwell's land isn't HOA, but we'll claim shared access rights." My fist clenched. Mitch's ma, Tara's shed, all pawns. "She's a damn pirate," I growled. Tara's voice shook. "My shed's all I've got left. Dad's tools. She can't take it." I paced the dock, lake glinting. She wants a fight? We bring it to her. The HOA board meeting was that night, Helen's stage. Tara said it'd be packed, neighbors scared or loyal. Mitch wouldn't come, too spooked, but gave us a tip. "She's pitching the marina vote. Stop it there." Lakeview Serenity's hall was a beige box, Helen's kingdom of bad lighting and folding chairs. She stood at a podium, blonde bob sharp, pitching like a shark. "Our marina'll boost values," she chirped, her smile all teeth. "Mr. Ward's shore, underused, could serve us all." I walked in, Tara at my side, USB in my fist. "Serve who, Helen?" I tossed it on her podium. "Your brother's Blue Wave? Or the neighbors you're fining to death?" The room, 30 folks, froze. Helen's face twitched, her sunglasses slipping. "Caleb, this is private, is it?" Tara plugged her laptop in, emails flashing up. Fines, marina plans, my dock circled. "You're stealing our homes," she snapped. Mitch's ma, gray-haired, stood. "My deck's no violation. $1,500 robbery." Helen's gavel slammed. "Lies. You're trespassers here." A neighbor, loyalist, plaid shirt, yelled, "She's right. Marina'll help us." Others booed, splitting the crowd. Tara hit her phone, streaming to a neighbor chat. Let's ask 'em. 200 watching now. Helen pointed at me, venom dripping. You'll lose everything, Ward. Security grabbed us, but Mitch's ma blocked them. No more, Helen. The hall roared, half for her, half against. Outside, Tara checked her stream. 500 views, comments raging. Mitch texted, she's calling her brother. Trouble. I gripped the USB. Lake dark beyond. Helen wasn't just fighting. She was planning a siege, and my cabin was the target. Helen Vance's threat from the HOA hall. You'll lose everything, Ward. Hung like smoke as I left. The live stream's 500 views burning her marina scam into Pinebrook's chatter. Caleb Ward's cabin was my shield, but Helen's brother at Blue Wave loomed larger now. Mitch's text, a warning flare. She's calling him. Trouble. Tara's laptop held our ammo. Emails proving Helen's finds were a land grab, but Lakeview Serenity's neighbors were split, half cheering us, half clinging to her promises of value. My dock signs, no trespassing, Helen, felt like spitting into a storm. Tara was at my porch by morning, her pickup idling. Caleb, Helen's not licking wounds. She's got the HOA board voting tonight to condemn your land as hazardous. Says your dock's a liability. I gripped my coffee, the lake flat and mocking. Condemn my cabin? She's swinging big. Too big, Tara said, scrolling her phone. Mitch says she's bribing the board. Blue Wave's offering consulting fees. Look. She showed a screenshot. Mitch had nabbed a text from Helen to a board member. Vote yes. 5K bonus. My blood boiled. She wasn't just greedy. She was rigging the game. We need Mitch, I said, my old instincts kicking in. Plan, hit, vanish. He's got more than texts. Tara nodded, eyes hard. He's scared. Helen find his ma's deck to shut him up, but he'll meet us. We found Mitch at the gas station, his apron stained. Glancing over his shoulder like Helen's clipboard was a sniper scope. Caleb, Tara, he whispered, sliding a flash drive across the counter. Board's emails. Helen's pushing your land for Blue Wave's marina pier. My ma's broke from her fine. I'm done hiding. I pocketed the drive. Helen's SUV rolling by outside, her bob glinting. You're sure? I asked. For Ma, Mitch said, jaw tight. But Helen's got half the board, Patterson Lee, eating her cash. Tara's voice shook. My shed's next if we don't stop her. The HOA board vote was at dusk. Lakeview's community center a pressure cooker. Helen's stage, podium, banners, was set to bury me. Tara said neighbors were coming. Some fed up, others bought by Helen's progress. Mitch stayed back, too exposed. But his drive was gold. The hall was packed, Helen at the front, her smile a blade. Mr. Ward's property endangers us, she declared, waving a fake report. Dock structural risks. Condemn it for our marina. Safe, modern, ours. I strode in, Tara beside me, flash drive hot in my hand. Safe, Helen? I tossed it on her podium. Or a payoff for Blue Wave. 5K per vote, your words. The crowd, 40 strong, stirred. Helen's face froze, her pen snapping. Slander, Caleb. You're disrupting. Tara plugged her laptop in, Mitch's emails blazing. Vote yes, 5K. Blue Wave pays. A neighbor, Miss Kim, stood, clutching her own fine. You charged my fence $3,000. Same deal? A board loyalist, Patterson, barked. She's building our future. Sit down. The room split. Boos, cheers, fists waving. I raised a hand. Helen finds you, bribes them, takes my land for her brother. Who's safe? Tara hit her live stream. 1,000 views. Comments screaming fraud. Helen's gavel slammed. You're trespassing here, she spat. But Mrs. Kim grabbed the mic. No, he's right. My fence was legal. Mitch slipped in, pale but there, holding his ma's fine. She's bleeding us, he said, voice cracking. My ma can't eat 'cause of her." The crowd roared, half surging toward Helen, half shielding her. Patterson shoved Mitch, yelling, "You're fired, kid!" Tara's stream hit 2,000, neighbors outside banging windows. Helen's eyes darted, her throne shaking. "This isn't over, Ward," she hissed, shoving past. But Mrs. Kim blocked her. "Vote no, or we're done." Security hauled us out, the hall a riot. Tara checked her phone. 3,000 views. Mitch's Emma texting, "Keep going." But my cabin's gate was open when we got back, tire tracks fresh. Helen wasn't calling Blue Wave now. She'd sent them, and my dock was their next hit. Helen Vance's shadow grew sharper after the HOA board riot. Her hissed, "This isn't over, Ward," echoing like a tripwire in my head. Caleb Ward's cabin was supposed to be my silence, but those tire tracks by my open gate last night screamed Blue Wave. Helen's brother's crew, sent to gut my dock. Tara's live stream had hit 3,000 views, torching Helen's bribe emails across Lakeview Serenity. But the neighbors were a split fuse. Mrs. Kim's rebellion versus Patterson's loyalists. My signs, "No trespassing, Helen," were paper against her war, and Mitch's shaky stand cost him a shove and a threat. I checked my coffee, cold now, and knew the lake wasn't mine unless I fought dirtier. Tara rolled up at sunrise, her pickup rattling, a crowbar in hand. "Caleb, Helen's not waiting. She's got Blue Wave surveying your dock today, claiming it's public to seize it." I rubbed my knuckles, lake glinting like a taunt. "Public? She's rewriting deeds now." "Check this," Tara said, tossing me a phone. Mitch's screenshot. Helen to Blue Wave. "Cut Ward's dock tonight. Condemnation votes locked." Mitch nabbed it from her cloud. He's ghosting her calls now. I smirked, bitter. Kid's braver than he looks. My dock wasn't just wood. It was my line in the sand. "We need him," I said, old ops humming, "Scout, strike, secure." "And cameras." Tara nodded, eyes fierce. "Mitch is at his ma's. Says he's got one more file. I'll drag him." We met Mitch behind his ma's trailer, his apron gone, hands fidgeting. "Caleb," he whispered, passing a USB. "Helen's got surveyors coming. Blue Wave's rigging a collapse risk report. My ma's fines doubled, $3,000 now." I pocketed the drive. Helen's SUV cruising nearby, her bob a warning flash. "You're in deep, kid. Why risk it?" "For Ma," Mitch said, voice low. Helen laughed when we begged. Tara gripped her crowbar. "My shed's next. She's gotta fall." I'd rigged my dock cams tighter. Motion sensors, night vision, after the gate breach. Tonight was Helen's move, and I'd be ready. Lakeview's community center loomed, but Tara said neighbors were boycotting Helen's emergency safety vote. Mitch stayed hidden, his ma's safety first, but his USB was dynamite. Dusk fell, and I crouched by the lake, Tara beside me, my phone linked to the cams. The dock creaked, innocent, until my screen pinged. 2 figures, hoods up, Blue Wave logos faint, sawing my support beams. Helen's voice crackled on a walkie. "Hurry, Ward's asleep." I hit record, whispering, "Gotcha." Tara texted Mitch, "Send now." He'd hacked Helen's HOA page, ready to blast her sabotage order. We crept closer, lake lapping. I flicked on my spotlight, pinning the goons. "Smile, Blue Wave, live to 5,000. Tara raised her phone, streaming. Mitch's file up, Helen's email clear. Cut dock, claim collapse. The goons froze, tools dropping, one bolting for their truck. Helen's SUV screeched in, her headlights blinding. She stormed out, sunglasses off, face twisted. "Ward, you're done," she yelled, but Tara stepped up, crowbar gleaming. "Your brother's crew, Helen, caught red-handed." Mrs. Kim's car pulled up, neighbors spilling out. Her, others, phones filming. "You're wrecking our lake," she shouted. A loyalist, Patterson, arrived, barking, "Helen's protecting us. This dock's a hazard." The crowd split, yells clashing, half for Helen, half against. Mitch's hack hit, 10,000 views, comments raging, "Arrest her." Helen grabbed a goon's walkie, screaming, "Abort!" But Tara's stream caught it live. "Board's watching Helen," I said, tossing the USB to Mrs. Kim. "Condemn that." The goons fled, neighbors swarming Helen's SUV, Patterson shouting, "You're liars." Mrs. Kim held the USB like a grenade. "Vote's off! She's exposed!" Helen shoved through, her voice a snarl. "I'll bury you, Ward." She sped off, but my cam pinged. Ghost, my boat, was unmoored, drifting. Blue Wave hadn't just cut beams. They'd loosed my pride, and Helen's war was far from done. Helen Vance's sabotage left my boat, Ghost, drifting free after Blue Wave's dock-cutting crew fled. Her scream, "I'll bury you, Ward," a live grenade in my head. Caleb Ward's cabin was my last stand, but Lakeview Serenity's 10,000 livestream views had cracked Helen's HOA throne. Her bribe emails and marina scam, bare for all. Tara's crowbar and Mitch's hacks turned neighbors like Mrs. Kim against her. But Patterson's loyalists still snarled, blaming me for chaos. My signs, "No trespassing, Helen," were shredded now, and Ghost's loose ropes mocked my peace. I tethered her back, lake dark, knowing Helen's final swing was coming. Tara hit my porch at dawn, her pickup dusty, a sheriff's card in hand. "Caleb, Helen's not done. She's suing you for endangering public safety over the dock cams. Claims you trapped her crew." I laughed. Sharp, coffee bitter. Trapped? They cut my beams. Ghost hummed behind the dock, my one win. "Mitch has got more," Tara said, pulling her laptop. "Helen's brother wired $10K to Patterson. Board votes today to seize your land anyway." A screenshot flashed. Mitch's hack. Blue Wave to Helen. Push lawsuit. Take Ward's shore. I gripped my mug. Old ops flaring. Endgame. Now. She wants my lake? We sink her first. Mitch met us at his ma's trailer. His hands steady now. A new USB ready. "Sheriff's sniffing Helen's bank," he said, voice firm. "Found this. Her emails to a judge, pushing your condemnation with cash." His ma's fine, $3,000, was fuel. He wasn't just scared anymore. Tara's eyes blazed. "My shed's still mine. She's not touching it." The HOA board vote was Lakeview's last arena, a community center stuffed with 50 neighbors, Helen's stage or her grave. She stood tall, blonde bob gleaming, pitching like a wounded queen. "Ward's dock threatens us all," she cried, waving a forged deed, public access land. "Seize it for our marina. Progress." I walked in, Tara and Mitch flanking, USB burning my pocket. "Progress, Helen?" I tossed it to Mrs. Kim, front row. "Or your brother's paycheck. 10K to Patterson, judge bribes. You're no chair, you're a crook." The crowd gasped, Helen's face crumpling, her pen dropping. "Lies," she spat. But Tara plugged Mitch's drive in, emails blazing. "Pay judge. Take Ward's land." Mrs. Kim stood, voice steel. "You find my fence to fund this? Thief." "Ye," Patterson roared. "She's saving us. Ward's the hazard." Neighbors split. Half surged at Helen, half yelled for order. Mitch stepped up, no flinch. "My ma starved for your greed, Helen. Board, vote her out." His voice broke, but held. 15,000 live stream eyes watching. Tara raised her phone, streaming. Comments screamed, "Jail her." A loyalist shoved Mitch, snarling, "You're nobody." But Mrs. Kim grabbed the podium. "Vote. Helen's done." The board, 5 left, wavered. Patterson stormed out, cursing, but Mrs. Kim called it, "Vance removed. Fines voided. Kim, Tara, Mitch. Cheers erupted, Helen's allies booing. She lunged for Tara's laptop, shrieking, "I built this lake!" Sheriff deputies stepped in. Mitch's tip hit their desk, cuffing her for fraud. We walked out, Tara's stream at 20,000, Mitch's ma hugging him, tears down her face. "You did it, son." My dock stood, Ghost moored tight, but Patterson's crew glared from cars, muttering, "Troublemaker." Sa. Helen's fall didn't heal Lakeview. Values dipped, her allies sulked, lawsuits loomed. Back home, I fixed the dock beams, Tara hauling planks. "She's gone," she said, crowbar down. "Shed safe." Mitch dropped by, fine gone. "Ma's eating tonight. Thanks, Caleb." I shrugged, lake calm. You both swung harder. Ghost got new locks, cams sharper. Mrs. Kim sent pie, her fence free. "You woke us," she wrote. Helen's house sold fast. Blue Wave bankrupt. I kept her emails for the sheriff. No fuss. My cabin held. Coffee hot. Lake mine. But splits lingered. Patterson's side eyed me. Whispers stayed. Silence wasn't perfect. It was enough. I fished at dawn. Ghost gliding. No clipboards. Just ripples. Helen learned. You don't steal a soldier's shore. I'd wired one last cam. She'd never try again. Folks, that's the saga. Caleb Ward's lake stays quiet, and Helen Vance's HOA reign is just ripples now. My cabin's mine. Ghost sails free, thanks to Tara's fire and Mitch's guts. Helen thought she could bully my dock for her brother's marina, but signs, cams, and a live stream flipped her game. She's gone. House sold. Blue Wave broke. But Lakeview's still split. Some cursing me. Some baking pies. Silence ain't perfect. It's hard won. And that's the truth. You don't let a clipboard queen steal your peace. You lock the gate, wire the cams, and fight smart. This lake's my line. And I held it. Y'all stuck through my war for quiet, and I'm grateful. Hope it sparked a chuckle or a fist pump. If you felt that sting of standing your ground, hit that like button. Keeps my coffee brewing. Drop a comment. Got a Helen in your life? A doc you'd die for? I'm reading. Swear. Tell me where you're watching. Montana, Miami, Mars? Let's see how far this lake's waves roll. Share this if you know someone battling their own HOA dragon. Might need a laugh or a plan. Subscribe for more. My cams are always on, and who knows what's next. Here's to silence, teeth bared, and a cold one at dusk. Catch you on the water.